Assalamu alaikum, I am Taiba and you are watching your own channel Audiovisual Books. The melody of tripping birds is the background music of ours today because I chose morning time, in fact early morning time for this recording. It is because the book we are reading, that is The Secrets of the Self by Allama Muhammad Iqbal, is a new morning in our life. It renew our life and give us vision, give us ways to explore ourselves and to develop our inner character of ego, that is Khudi. It resolves many of our daily routine matters with much ease. It is a set of principles. Please listen it, read it and act upon it. It will bring comforts to you. I am damn sure. It is really motivating. Listen to it and please don't skip. Even we can sincere with ourselves, please. Let's start. Showing that the self is weakened by asking. Showing that the self is weakened by asking. O thou, who hast gathered texts from lines, the need hath cast thee to become a fox in disposition. Thy maladies are the result of indigence. This disease is the source of thy pain. It is robbing thine high thoughts of their dignity and putting out the light of thy noble imagination. Quaff rosy wine from the jar of existence. Snatch thy money from the purse of time. Snatch thy money from the purse of time, like Umar. Come down from thy camel. Beware of incurring obligations. Beware. How long wilt thou sue for office and ride like children on a reed? A nature that fixes its gaze on the sky becomes debased by receiving benefits. By asking, poverty is made more abject. By begging, the beggar is made poorer. Asking disintegrates the self and deprives of illumination of Sinai bush of the self. And do not scatter the handful of dust like the moon. Scrape food from thine own side, albeit thou art poor and wretched and overwhelmed by affliction. Seek not thy daily bread from the bounty of another. Seek not water from the fountain of the sun, lest thou be put to shame before the prophet on the day when every soul shall be stricken with fear. The moon gets sustenance from the table of the sun and bears the brand of his bounty on her heart. Pray God for courage. Wrestle with fortune. Do not sully the honor of the pure religion. He who swept the rubbish of idols out of the Kaaba said that God loves a man that earns his living. Woe to him, but that accepts bounty from another's table, and lest his neck be bent with benefits. He hath consumed himself with the lightning of favors bestowed on him. He hath sold his honor for a paltry coin. Happy the man who thirsting in the sun. Happy the man who thirsting in the sun does not crave of his a cup of water. His bowl is not moist with the shame of beggary. He is a man still, not a piece of clay. That noble youth walks under heaven, with his head erect like the pine. Are his hands empty? The more is the master, the more is he master of himself. Do his fortunes languish? The more alert is he. A whole ocean, if gained by begging, is but a sea of fire. A whole ocean, if gained by begging, is but a sea of fire. Sweet is a little dew gathered by one's own hand. Be a man of honor, and like the bubble, keep the cup inverted, even in the midst of the sea. To the next poem. Showing that when the self is strengthened by love, it gains dominion over the outward and inward forces of the universe. When the self is made strong by love, its power rules the whole world. The heavenly sage who adorned the sky with stars plucked these birds from the bow of the self. Its hands become God's hand. The moon is split by its fingers. It is the arbitrator in all the colors of the world. Its command is obeyed by Darius and Jamshed. I will tell thee a story of Buali, whose name is renowned in India. Him who sang of the ancient rose garden and discoursed to us about the lovely rose. The air of his fluttering skirt made a paradise of his fire-born country. His young disciple went one day to the bazaar. The wine of Buali's discourse had turned his head. The governor of the city was coming along on the horseback. His servant and staff-bearer rode beside him. The forerunner shouted, "O senseless one, do not get in the way of the governor's escort." But the dervish walked on, with drooping head, sunk in the sea of his own thoughts. The staff-bearer, drunken with pride, broke his staff on the head of the dervish, who stepped painfully out of the governor's way, sad and sorry with a heavy heart. He came to Bu Ali and complained, and released the tears from his eyes, like lightning, like lightning that falls on the mountains. The sheikh poured forth a fiery torrent of speech. He let loose. He let loose from his soul a strange fire. He gave an order to his secrecy. He gave an order to his secretary, take the thigh pen and write a letter from a dervish to a sultan. Say, Thai governor has broken my servant's head. He has cast burning coals on his own life. Arrest this wicked governor, or less. Arrest this wicked governor, or else I will bestow thy kingdom or another. The letter of the saint, who had access to God, caused the monarchs to tremble in every limb. His body was filled with ashes. Grew as he grew as pale as the evening sun. He sought out a handcuff for the governor, and entered Bu Ali to pardon this his offense. And entered Bu Ali to pardon this offense. Khusrau, the sweet-voiced, eloquent poet, whose harmonies flow from the mind, and whose genius had the soft brilliance of moonlight, was chosen to the king's ambassadors. When he entered Bu Ali's presence and played his lute, his song melted the fakir's soul like glass. Once a train of poesy brought the grace. Once a train of poesy brought the grace of a kingdom that was firm as a mountain. Do not wound the heart of dervishes. Do not wound the heart of dervishes. Do not throw thyself into burning fire.